All right, meantime, River City Live joins us to tell us what's on tap for the show.
Yes, well, first of all, obviously, we hope that Bruce has a great recovery, and we are wishing him all the best. But we've got a great day to send you into the weekend on River City Live, right, Rance?
Oh, yes, we do. We've got a full house of people and prizes. Who's feeling lucky this Friday? Our friends at VyStar are here to talk about the best credit card for summer fun that can win some lucky locals one of 4 VIP experiences and 30 million points. Moms, get ready to swipe.
30 million. I mean, we can talk about shopping. We can shop with that. And speaking of moms, we have a lot of proud mamas in the house today from Mompreneur Marketplace, and we are going to be giving you at home the best practices and support from a published local author who is sharing her story on being a full-time caregiver and how you can stay strong and stay encouraged. So let's get local. River City Live starts right now.
Now, celebrating all things cool in Jacksonville, a local show with a spotlight on the 904, featuring amazing stories from every neighborhood. This is River City Live.
Welcome to River City Live on this fine Friday, and we are going to keep you entertained and, of course, well-fed. We have a savory summer snack that rivals store-bought pretzel treat made with ingredients you probably already have at home. And while I roll into the kitchen, Jana will be speeding over to Duval's first black and female-owned auto repair shop that is changing the industry and getting Duval driving, not spending. But first, let's check in with our friends from Mompreneur Marketplace.
Thanks, Rance. Okay, we are so excited to have our friends from Mompreneur Marketplace back in the studio. So I'm going to let Felicia introduce her guest as always. She's the queen of Mompreneur Marketplace and the one who keeps us all running.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Felicia, for those of you that don't know, and today I have with me Dr. Monica Hardy. We've actually done a couple of things together, just in connecting, and so I thought that this topic was really important for her to come and talk about being a caregiver. I know I lost my grandmother to Alzheimer's Valentine's Day 2013, so I know how important it is to not just be the person with, you know, the being sick, but being the caregiver. And so I want her to share her book and her experience and her journey with being a caregiver to her father.
Yes. Well, Dr. Hardy, we're so excited to have you here, and thank you for sharing your book with us. I want to dive right in and talk about some of the tools that you give people here. We were talking before the show just about how sometimes being a caregiver, as much as you want to love, can really drain you and sometimes make you feel very isolated. So what was your experience and what created these words in this book for you?
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity to both of you. I wrote this book in 2020. I lost my father to Alzheimer's. I took care of him for 5 years. And during that time, I found myself being very frustrated and not wanting to vocalize that frustration. And I'm finding that very real with many of the caregivers. What they do, they go, and caregivers love in another language. So a lot of things we want to say, we will not say. We're getting burnt out, we're being exhausted, we're being overworked. There is no rule book, and many caregivers don't take care of themselves. So I began to write and journal my feelings every day. And I actually started basing it on grumpy cartoon characters like Yosemite Sam, the grumpy Care Bear. These were my motivation because they were cartoon characters. They were funny, and they got to scream and shout, and no one got mad at them.
That's
so
true, yeah.
I wrote my story based on grumpy cartoon characters to help and honor and support caregivers. I wanted this to be a tool and an outlet. So caregivers across the globe can have a reference point. They will know they're not the only ones going through this. They're not the only ones feeling this. And they will be empowered to share their real feelings when it comes to being a caregiver.
And explain that you're entitled to those feelings.
Absolutely.
I'd love to hear from both of you just quickly about, you know, what was it that helped you get past that feeling of guilt in terms of, you know, taking care of yourself during those times?
Right. And for me, I know that in my situation, my mom was my grandmother's primary caregiver. So I kind of saw it through her eyes when I would go visit. You know, I would be able to take care of my grandmother. Like when I would go down there, you know, because they're 2 hours away, my mom would be like, you know, here's her medicine, here's what she did. And then my mom was out the door because I knew she needed a break. So I saw it through her eyes, you know, that she was just tired and drained. And I was happy to help, you know, when I could.
Yeah. How about you, Dr. Hardy?
My sons, My sons. The number one thing that caregivers need is support. They need breaks. And I had an episode in my home where I literally felt like I was reprimanding my father, like stop like a kid. And I have the utmost respect for my father. And after it was done, I ran in my room and cried. And it was my sons that came in the room and they supported me. Mom, you did not hurt him. And literally 3 minutes later, my dad didn't even remember.
Right.
But for me, it was the utmost form of disrespect to him. So my people, my sons, they helped me to understand you're okay, you're not hurting him. And that's vital for caregivers.
Right.
That's the whole purpose of the book. That's the focus. They have to have support. We must honor and support the caregiver. And last month was Brain and Alzheimer's Awareness Month. And a lot of attention went on that, on the disease. I call it the unkind disease.
Yes.
And we know about the disease. We hear everything about the disease. But as I go to the various caregiver support groups, many of the caregivers, they want to vent.
Right.
They want to let it out because they have to go home and do it all over again another day.
Right.
So the support is vital.
Yeah.
Yes, so thank you so much. I mean, both of you for coming in today. You can grab this book on her website, wherever books are sold. We'll make sure you have that link on our website. Thank you guys so much for your openness, your willingness to share. Let's check in with Brands.
Thanks, Jana. Okay, Duval, it's time to wheel on into an auto repair shop that is flipping the script on service and focusing on customer-first education. And we hear this biz runs on pure girl power.
All right, River City Live, we are ready to roll. I'm taking you to meet Melissa Pittman, the proud proprietor of Duval's first Black and female-owned auto repair shop. Let's go under the hood to see how Melissa is feeling about the local love so far.
Oh, wow. It is very humbling. You know, I got into this industry, you know, as a single mom working 4 jobs, and a part-time job actually turned into a career and now a legacy for my sons, and really just set a trend for the women here in Jacksonville and beyond. This is actually, the name of this shop was something myself and my younger son came up with. One day when he graduates, he hopes to be a part of this business as well. So, you know, this represents the whole reason why I got into this industry, and that was being a voice or a mechanism where you're being, you know, truthful with what's going on with your vehicle and helping people get back on track. We want to be honest, we want to take care of people and set a good positive example, because we don't have enough positivity in this world.
Melissa shared with us some of the extreme circumstances locals have encountered and even dangerous situations that have been avoided thanks to safe transport.
It's amazing how many people rely on their transportation for safety, for security. Even if they're trying to, you know, get from one place to another because their life depends on it. Like, a lot of people rely on their transportation more than people realize. And there's a lot of people that miss a lot of job opportunities because their bus route is too extended for them to make it on time to work. You know, there's a lot of people who are in a domestic violence situation and they need their car. I had a young lady the other week. That car was the reason she got out that relationship. She's like, she came up to me crying, I don't have much money, but I gotta hit town and he doesn't know, can you please not run my card because he's checking my bank statements. That's real life. And to be able to say, I was able to help her get out that bad situation. I don't care if it's just an oil change. Some people it's just an oil change, but when you're getting in a bad situation like that and you're trying to break free, that oil change is a difference between staying in something that you could die in or being 5,000 miles away or wherever, safe and starting fresh.
Melissa established Truth Auto Repair after a career in the nonprofit sector. Although her new venture is a for-profit business, it is based on nonprofit values and is led with a servant heart.
I think between a business that has a woman owner who, as soon as you speak to her, she's a genuine person, her honesty comes out, her passion comes out, her knowledge comes out. And if a woman comes here, she's going to feel comfortable. She's not going to be talked down to because she's not a gearhead. She's going to be respected. She's going to get honest, well-priced work and competence and the respect that you don't always get when a woman comes into a repair shop.
Yeah, so first off, I am a single mom, so if mommy don't get it done, it does not get done, right? I have to make it to work. I have to get him off to daycare, so it's important that I have a reliable transportation. I feel like Melissa, she's a great person. She always come to us with respect as a woman. We heard so many horror stories on going to a mechanic shop, and with her, I don't feel uptight. I don't feel like I have to be on my A game. I feel like she will give me all the information I need. She's supportive, and each and every day she inspires me to go after what I want.
Truth Auto Repair, keeping Duval driving safely.
So I think that's pretty awesome because I'm trying to teach a little diva just a little bit of car care. But that experience for you, what was it like?
It was really phenomenal because Melissa's whole objective is to educate her customers, whether it's male, female, animal, vegetable, mineral. She welcomes everyone. And, you know, Melissa, I have to apologize to you because we used some footage that you didn't actually know we were rolling because she was telling us stories about what she's seen in her industry and the people that she has protected, the people that she's saved. And I was just so proud of her. And it was tough for me to even get her on camera.
Right.
I'm like, we're here to talk about your business. And she was like, do you want to just talk to other people? Because that's just who she is. So Melissa, I'm so honored and proud to meet you. And also, Melissa has invited everyone to her grand opening that's happening tomorrow. You can get those tickets on Eventbrite. Look up Truth Auto Repair.
All right, we'll have more River City Live in just a few minutes.
Welcome back to River City Live. If you're like me, we're ready to swipe for some summer fun. So today we are joined by Chris Carrere, and she is the resident expert on credit cards at VyStar Credit Union. And with so many cards out there, we want to make sure that we're swiping the right way. So Chris, give us the rundown on your recommendations. This is your field of expertise.
Absolutely. So if you're building credit or repair credit, there's a credit card for you. If you are into lower rates and really want to be managing your money and no fees, really look for those cards. And it all depends on your credit score as well as to what you should be shopping for. I think the funnest one is rewards, though.
Yes, I mean, because we all want to get a little something for swiping, and you guys are taking that to a whole new level this summer. So let's talk about the endless summer sweepstakes, because I know that's what everyone is staring at.
I love it. In fact, if you haven't seen some of our commercials with Dan the Man, they are the most creative commercials out there just to start engaging our members. But we really wanted to give back to our members, very, very valuable. So what we did is we created this awesome program that is every time you use your card, every time you swipe an eligible purchase, then you're actually enrolled to win. There's nothing more that the member has to do. They're already enrolled.
That's so easy. I'm going to need to go sign up after this because I swipe a lot, so that should get me a lot of entries, right? So can we go through some of these packages, because I was pretty impressed with these when we were creating these. So the first one is 4 tickets to this VIP Jumbo Shrimp experience, which, I mean, just look at this suite. That's really fun.
Oh, in addition, parking is included.
You know you live in Jacksonville with parking included is like a big selling point.
Exactly.
Awesome. So the next one we have also involves a suite, because I love the suite life.
It is. The Suite Life is great, especially at the Memorial Arena. There's I think the circus is coming. There's a few other opportunities there as well.
Yeah, it's a great different combination of sports and shows and different experiences, and also for different places, which is great. So our next one is 4 show tickets to the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts. Now, when you guys sent me this, I haven't been here yet, but this looks absolutely stunning.
It is. It's a beautiful venue. As our membership is growing outside of Jacksonville up through Orlando, and then you'll see Savannah, we really wanted to make sure that we included our membership there as well.
Yeah, let's talk about Savannah, because we got to make sure we get our Southern Bells in there.
Isn't that great?
Oh my gosh, the Ghost Pirates.
Pirates.
That just looks like such a fun event. I mean, come on, look at this vibe. This is great. Now, okay, these prizes are great, but I think we have to talk about our big prize pot that we mentioned at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, the grand prize is 3 million points. So it's a lot, right? That's equivalent to $30,000.
Wow.
So once again, every time a ViStar member swipes their card for everyday spend, if you're not into using cash anymore, which more and more people just don't even have cash on them, let alone writing checks, so you're using your card. So every time you use your card, you're enrolled and automatically for 3 million points.
Yeah, listen, I love a credit card because it's safe, it's easy to use. It's also great to budget because you can just look at your folio, know what you're spending. So Chris, if we want to make sure that we're involved in this, I'm going to make sure you guys have a link on the website right after the show.
Great.
But how can we get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, there's a couple different ways. One, our branches. We have a great branch network. They are fully up to speed on this promotion, and especially for members who want a new credit card or even a new membership, come into our branch. The other is Facebook. So we have a great social media page, and we have a contest within that page. If a ViStar member goes into a local business or into a business and they tag that business, the business is actually eligible to win a gift card as well, as a $500 gift card.
Oh, great.
So that's really cool as well. And then, of course, ViStarCU.org/summer is another great place, especially if you want to sign up for one of our card products.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Chris, so much for giving us the inside scoop on this summer sweepstakes. Don't worry, I'll have all that info for you on the website right after this. Stick around for more River City Live right after the break. We are putting the spotlight on a special lady in your life with our Woman of the Week. If you want to nominate someone, you can go to news4jax.com/Woman of the Week and give us a brief description on why this someone is so special. And they can be featured right here on River City Live. And each week, one winner receives a $100 value consultation with PVPS and a PVPS swag bag. At the end of 2023, one grand prize winner will be picked, and that woman will receive $10,000 to be used in services at Ponte Vedra Plastic Surgery. We know kids love those flavor blasted snacks, but I also know that the parents hate additives. So today we've got some great neat cheats to knock off some of those store-bought pretzel burns.
Now, the great thing about creating your own snacks is you know exactly what's in them. And this recipe is super simple. All you need is one bag of 16-ounce miniature pretzels, a half cup of popcorn or canola oil, one package of dry ranch seasoning, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So let's dive in.
Okay, so now you can do this 2 different ways. I loved this because it was super simple and things you probably already had in your pantry. The recipe said you can either mix in a bowl or directly in the bag. So, you know, we don't like to do dishes, so we're going with the bag technique. Now, all you want to do is you want to have a little bit of oil in here. Now, the recipe also said you could use popcorn oil because it's got that butter backing, which I'm like, okay, that sounds great, but you know what? Publix didn't have any, so here we are.
I went a little heavy on that garlic powder right there,
You
so
did.
we're gonna need some breath mints after this segment.
Hopefully you don't have a date after this. I'm a little dicey in here. Okay, so then you just add your ranch and garlic powder to taste. I think we both went a little bit overboard there, but you know what, that's okay. I personally love a flavor blasted snack. You ever go to the gas station and you're just gonna get something like for the ride home? I like a Diet Coke and literally anything covered in ranch. So for me, this is perfect. So you just wanna shake this around until everything is blended.
Oh, I think I'm missing all the blend. I might need more oil.
I think your garlic powder just kind of took over the recipe.
Where's some of my cooking skills? All right, so I'm gonna throw a little more oil in there.
Okay.
So once you have it all mixed together, actually, let's use yours. It's definitely, I tell you, my plating is a little, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like.
See how everything's pretty evenly coated. Now, this is key because you want to make sure that you get them all out on a pan so that they can dry. And you want to let these dry on your counter for about an hour. If you have dogs, put them up on a high shelf like me, because if not, I would have nothing back on my baking sheet.
So we don't need to cook them.
Nope, you don't have to cook them. They just sit there for an hour until all of the oil absorbs back into the pretzel, keeping the seasoning on there, and then put them in an airtight container, and they should last for about a week. So you got a crunchy, healthy snack.
Mom and Dad, you're welcome. We're gonna have more River City Live right after this. Don't go anywhere. We hope you had as much fun as we did today. Any segments that you might have missed, you can always go to rivercitylivetv.com. Now, you definitely want to tune in Monday as we show you how to set sail in style, also get a little education in it. It's an all-encompassing sailing experience right in the backyard of St. Augustine.
And don't forget, our friend Melissa Pittman at Truth Auto Repair invites you to join her at her official grand opening happening tomorrow, and that's 10 to 1 at 5732 Phillips Highway. So let's rev it up and check it out.
Oh, my breath is, I mean, those
Still
pretzels.
tasting those ranch pretzels.
It was so easy, but whoo, it's going to be hard.
But they were good, though.
Yeah, they're good, but it's going to be hard to get down. I'm feeling a little tired.
How's your week gonna go?
So, if you guys see us this weekend, hopefully we'll have fresher breath. Be safe this weekend.
Have a good week.
We'll see you Monday.